Alright, so I'm back from a little hiatus. I apologize for that, but today I pose a very interesting question to you. What if Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen both drove for the Haas F1 team? Let's find out. Alright, so this experiment will of course be taking place in Motorsport Manager. We've already got Max and Lewis on the Haas F1 team ready to go. And the Lord himself is going to be the third GOAT to this insane roster, I guess you can call it. Driver lineup, roster, same thing. But I know what you're probably thinking. What did you do with Mazepin and Schumacher? Well, Mazepin, the man himself, Mazepin, is going to be driving for Mercedes, and Schumacher is going to take Verstappen's spot at Red Bull. So that is another side plot we can follow along in this video. Who's going to win the constructors? Who's going to win the drivers? How's Haas going to go? Will they avoid the bottom spot on the standings? Let's find out. So if you're wondering how I'm doing this experiment, I've taken over Genza Motorsport in Formula 3. And as you can see there, I'm giving them my full dedication and commitment with completing no stop races. As you see there, we were actually, I think that's 8 laps behind the leading cars, but you know, we're going to see how many laps behind we can finish with no pit stops and just drive the whole race with punctures. It's going to be a very interesting little experiment on the side, but yeah, let's get back to the main one. Okay, so first race of the F1 season. I won't show every race, just the notable ones and an occasional checkup. And as you can see there, Verstappen finishes bottom of the grid. I thought we better show the first one, see how we go. But Hamilton up in 13th. And by the way, I am not letting them improve their car a single bit this season. This is going to be realistic. Haas get no upgrades. They both got absolutely equal cars, equal parts. It's not moving anywhere. You're not improving that at all. Sorry, Haas. Keeping it realistic. However, I have set them both to equal. I mean, they can't really prioritize any driver anyway, maybe on strategy. But that's to the team to decide. They're getting no upgrade, so that's the main thing to take. But another big thing to take is Norris wins the race. So Perez and Bottas, where's Bottas? He might have crashed out. No, he's down in 15th. It doesn't really tell you the DNFs here, which is a bit suckish, but that's fine. Down in 15th, Bottas. So Mercedes actually get no points. Norris wins the race, Perez on the podium, and Stroll. Very interesting, but that's the first race of a long season. Let's continue. Alright, so I found this screen in the calendar for F1, and as you can see there, Verstappen finished 4 laps behind. So this is just a bit more of a detailed outline. I think we could probably see DNFs here. Seeing as Latifi finished 4 laps behind, I highly doubt they DNF'd on the same lap. So I'd assume they finished the race just 4 laps behind. But Hamilton 2 laps behind, 2 better than Verstappen, still 2 off Norris, who had a 20-second gap to Perez, and Perez had a 70-second gap to Lance Stroll. So wow, very interesting. We're going to use this screen from now on. It's a bit more detailed. If you're interested in qualifying, let's have a look. Verstappen actually qualified ahead of Latifi, and Hamilton qualified in 12th, so there you go. But we're going to go forward a few more races now. Okay, it's only been one race, but we've had a development in one of the subplots. Schumacher wins his first race for Red Bull at the Imola GP, Perez on the podium, and Haas boys at the bottom of the grid. But it does seem like Red Bull are adapting to the circumstances a bit better than Mercedes. Bottas and Mazepin both did finish the points. Mazepin actually finished ahead of Bottas. Yeah, well, that was interesting more than anything. Alright, so fast forward to Monaco. As you can see, Daniel Ricciardo, as an Australian, I'm proud to say this, he wins another Monaco GP up the Honey Badger. But if we go back to Portimao, the third race of the season is where Haas are going to pick up their first points. It's through Max Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton just outside the points, but Max picks up 6 points for the team, which is the only 6 points they get for the first 5 races of the season. But yeah, that is a good effort in Haas. That's better than they've done this whole season, I believe. I don't think they picked up a single point. So in Mazepin Fanboy Genza Motorsport Journey, yes, my player name is Mazepin Fanboy. As you can see there, 15 laps off the pace. We started them on dead wet, so they were dead from practice. Apparently it was raining in practice. I don't know, I simulated it. And I started them on 5 laps of fuel for a 55 lap race. So doing major things here. Let's get back to the main experiment though. So just halfway through the season now, I just wanted to quickly say, if you're enjoying the video, please make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. Leave any thoughts, feedback, suggestions for future experiments or future videos in the comment section below. And thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I made a post about it earlier, but I cannot thank you enough. It's amazing to hit that goal. And the 10-hour live stream is in the works, I promise. I will give you guys plenty of notice before that takes place. But let's get back to the video. Alright, so we are halfway through the Formula 1 season now. 12 races have been and completed out of 23. And Mick Schumacher is leading the championship by 2 points in front of his teammate Perez. Very close battle there. Bottas somewhat in the mix, 34 points behind. I really was hoping to do a bit better to make it a bit more interesting, but when you don't have a teammate fighting, when you got a Merc down 11th, it's not fantastic. But back to the main point of the experiment, just the 6 points they picked up at the Portimao GP. This was to be expected, to be fair. That Haas car is trash. I keep having to check before each race whether they're building new parts, and they are, and I'm just nerfing them right back down. But hey, it's realistic. It's going to give us a full look into a realistic look at what would happen if Verstappen and Hamilton were in the Haas, and Verstappen's doing better at the moment. But interesting to see what happens in the second half of the season. A very interesting dilemma here. The mechanics have come to me and complained that their hours are too long and they're working on the cars for too long, but I don't know what they're talking about, because we have not developed a part all season. I've literally been the most chill boss ever. Nobody forces them to work here, that is facts. So, I mean, we don't even need mechanics, we're not working on the car at all. Alright, so that is the end of the season of this experiment. So Perez ended up winning the championship, 23 points ahead of Schumacher. Red Bull finished 1 and 2 in the Drivers' Championship and finished first in the Constructors' Championship. A decent way in front of Ferrari. Our Haas boys obviously struggled. We knew that was the case, there was never really any doubts there. But the 6 points from the Portimao GP from Verstappen is their only 6 points, better than the real life tally of Haas of this season being 0, or last season this season. I don't really know where we stand on that. Probably last season because it's the new year now. But it was more interesting to see how the rest of the championship sort of changed, because obviously the two heavy hitters of Verstappen and Hamilton have been kicked out of their beautiful cars and put at the back of the grid in a non-improving Haas. So as you can see there, the distribution of wins is quite different. 5 teams with multiple wins this season. Alpine got 2 even. I think that was both Alonso. No, I think Ocon actually got 1. Yeah, Ocon got 1. And where's Alonso? I can't even see him. There he is. 1 win. And McLaren got 5. Mercedes got 5. Ferrari got 5. So it was interesting to see him as in the Mercedes. He has a low rating in this game. I don't know how he'd go in real life. We sort of just got to take the results from Motorsport Manager, and maybe in real life they'll be similar. But yeah, I think this is pretty similar. I don't know how much a driver can really get that Haas up the grid. Maybe better than 6 points, but it would be very interesting to see. Of course, this will never happen in real life. This is the closest we're going to get. But that'll be the end of this experiment. Please leave any thoughts, feedback, suggestions for future experiments or videos or series in the comment section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and consider subscribing if you're not already. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.